Good strong run by Lemmy Marceau. He's looked pretty good, the right winger. He's saved one try for sure. Auckland have lost a player already. Taniela Moa.
He's gone for the day. I've just had a chat to him. His ankle's throbbing away a bit. Ice pack still on it, so that's him for the day. He can close the locker up.
Mapa Tuipulotu out on the left wing side. You can see he's a bit concerned about his leg as well. Done in the act of scoring a try.
Kick up, please.
Now Michael Hawes, the injured player. I think the issue here is that he would have been the goal kicker, but looks like his day might be done as well, so that's disappointing. Shot at goal then will go with Nathan Cunningham, who's an interesting character. It's his 48th match. He made his debut way back in 1992 when he was still at Waitaki Boys High. That, of course, is one of the two great secondary schools in Oamaru. And he's had a few breaks over the years. He's 33 nowadays, but he's back in business this year, and he's having a shot at goal. McKenzie. He goes Cunningham. Oh, good defence. Very good tackle made. Cunningham never had any opportunity at all.
First one.
And a free kick. So Auckland will take this quickly, no doubt. They do. Ben Artinger.
Roll 7.
Bringing it to the near side. Saili again. Looked to slip the pass, Goebel. Now Hart. Gets it off to Lowry. There's the goal line. It's only 5 metres away for Auckland. Hart. And a return pass has been knocked down. Not knocked on. No, yes, it was.
Thank you. That was good.
That'll be the first genuine handling error by the Auckland boys after 26 minutes. It's been pretty good. There's been 1 or 2 passes that have found the ground, but this is the one area that they were working on, I think, during the week after the Poverty Bay game, where handling errors let them down. Their structure was pretty good.
It's certainly good to see those big forwards throwing the ball around too, Stu.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think you've got to find a game plan for the Auckland members of the Pat Lam side.
Off the back goes looked like a forward pass.
It's a maul. It's up.
It's not getting the numbers there, though. North Otago. Auckland have walked clean over the top.
Taken in, turn over.
And they'll get a free kick out of this. Hart takes it. And crashing close to the line. In fact, scoring the try might be Stanley again.
Yep.
I think it is. So that's 3 tries. Yep. 3 tries for Winston Stanley and 3 tries for Jarrett Goebel in the first half.
North Otago just getting sucked into playing a bit of airy-fairy football there. They had a penalty in front of their sticks and looking to run the ball. They need not to get sucked into this stuff and still, you know, sort of keep a bit of structure to the game, what they've been training through the week. Winston Stanley, short arm penalty and just running straight and hard at the line.
Just scrambled it over the line.
Runs well, this boy, Stu. Also, like the family suggests, is a very good defender.
It's a dynasty, isn't it? You know, one Stanley just drifts off the radar and another one pops up. Wonderful, talented footballers.
Vincent Stanley, Steve, is he injured at the moment?
Yeah, has a broken leg, I believe. A stress fracture to the leg, so I don't think that's too far away, but yeah, there's plenty of Stanleys around to fill the Stanley void, I think.
For sure. Here's Munro's conversion. Hasn't missed one as yet, and that record remains intact. So he's converted all 8 tries, and it's 56 points to 3.
Well, the machine's pretty good. I mean, but this is the gulf between the winners of the Air New Zealand Cup and the winners of the Meads Cup. Local club players up against semi and professional players.
Replacement player, Stu, is Jeremy Tahuya.
Yes.
So he's wearing jersey 22 with Michael Hoare off the field. Now Auckland again, not afraid to spin it. And here's Tauiava in again. Tui Pelotu. Scored 1 try so far. Hart for Munro. Oh, lovely pass, Munro. And stepping his way downfield was the lock forward, Al Kornima. They all look to be very good ball runners. Doesn't matter what number is on the back, and the hands are good too. Here's Goebel across on the left wing side now, and Tui Pelotu taking in a tackle from behind and denied the opportunity to score a second try. Probably didn't see the player coming there.
Gee, that pass of Tauiava, Steve, that one he just palmed on, what an absolute talent.
He's a talent, all right. True.
Oh, goodness. Not executed, that final execution.
He certainly enjoys the space and the time being at fullback, I think, Stu.
Yeah, just looks quite comfortable, doesn't he?
He's coming. Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage.
Otago scrum held up pretty well in the first 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, you got to hold. That's right. That's fair.
You've got to remember too, Steve, they've had 2 training runs together. No games.
They certainly haven't had the best preparation, but I think they get their hands on the ball, just run straight and hard and sort of let things happen for themselves a little while instead of doing all this defending. But yeah, don't be scared to kick it long and get it out of your 22. You don't need to be playing down there.
Yeah, they probably looked down the field, Steve, and saw Isaiah Tauiava sort of just saying, well, okay, you can run it, you can bang it down. I might just have a wee run back at you.
I certainly think kick long and make it contestable in the air, and you give yourself a 50-50 chance of getting it back.
Pushing in the line out. No. And 15.
Well, that's a full arm penalty this time, handed out by Vinnie Munro, pushing in the line out. Yep. And that's, as they say in the game, a good nudge.
Come on, North Otago.
Two from the line.
Yes, I don't think they could believe what had hit them in the first, well, 5 minutes really. Auckland had 3 tries in 5 minutes. They've looked a lot better once they've got the ball in hand. They've now had 1/3 possession in the game. Tahuya is going to bang it high. Tauiava waits. They have to wait till he lands.
And release.
Make the first up tackle.
Let the hands off. There's the ball. Get off your feet. Holding.
Hart, Munro, Props decides to kick. Manages to get it over Tim Milmine's head. He's got all the time in the world here, though. And that's a disappointing kick off the side of the boot from the 19-year-old.
Good option by Lockie Munro.
Okay.
You know, let's just get out of our territory, bang that down right into that far corner.
Yeah, a few of these forwards look like they need a bit of a rest, Stu.
Yeah.
I'm still struggling to get the line out.
Yeah, I'd be saying, hey, Lockie, keep knocking it downtown. Let's just go to the next line out.
I'm breathing pretty hard just watching this game so far.
I'm running for the Panadol.
7 minutes remaining in the first half. Auckland dominating totally. Munro, what's hit one of the North Otago players on the head.
Let it go.
Nathan Cunningham it was. And now Auckland have lost control of this. And little Hamish McKenzie bangs it for touch. Auckland think about the quick throw, but just another go with it. And away goes Tauiava. Tui Pelotu takes the short route and not quite there. Auckland looking for the quick recycle of the ball. Hayu decides to go himself, and I think he's there. Yep. Sold the dummy. And Curtis Hayu scores another try. Auckland up to 61-3.
Tui Alva again, Stewie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just too good, mate.
Yeah.
All the time in the world.
Oh, look at that. Just through, looks for support. He's not running too hard himself. But again, you know, Mapatui Palutu could have done a bit more with the accuracy there. Sevens player that Rushy had this year in the squad. Ah, Tui Alva's just wafting through them. Just Cinderella at the back door.
He looked like then he was running about half speed.
Well, he's got quite a record to preserve here, Lockie Munro. 8 from 8. This one is not all that difficult.
That's good. That's too good.
So 9 converted tries. Schoolboy arithmetic. 9 sevens, 63.
Has he touched down at all? Yeah.
Munro?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Well, hey, you don't want to do everything. You know, do the kicking. Get the other score.
About 4 minutes remaining in the first half. Hart takes the kickoff. Munro goes very wide. Lovely pass. And now another chance for Tuipulotu. This time the tackle is made. And an intercept. Away goes to Hoya. Didn't have the pace, and the ball has been lost. Fraser Fletcher, the hooker, lost it forward. But North Otago defended that pretty well. They made some tackles and they got the turnover.
Great ball by Lockie Munro to find space. Beautiful ball, too wide. Auckland just got to be a bit careful not to get into something too unstructured. You know that near rural help a team you want to take the tackle and set it right.
Caught in possession by Hay. Good work by the open side flanker. Munro goes back. Tinga trying to battle his way through a few tackles. Now it's with Munro. Tauiava again showing his pace, looking for some support. He may not need it here. He's got some support. Munro might get his try. No, he goes in field, and the try is going to be scored by the lock forward, Dean Budd. And under the post goes Dean Budd for try number 10.
Great work by the big man at the fat man's track. Just strolled up the middle of the park and picked off an easy pass for an easy try, Stu.
Well, I mean, really, I think Isaiah Tuiava's had a hand in probably 90% of these tries. This is probably the first time we've seen him just use his pace. It's a good pass from Lockie Munro. And he just goes through that gap. Speed, kill him.
This is the bit I like,
yeah,
mate.
This is good. I'll see you later. I'll go around the outside.
And then they were queuing up, weren't they? Just had to find one of them.
So that's the first try for Dean Budd.
Like we said before, a tremendous athlete, will run all day and is quite fast.
Munro, 10 out of 10. Some of them haven't been that easy. So 10 converted tries in the first half. 70 points to 3.
Oh yeah, I know it's early days, but what's the record?
I was hoping you wouldn't ask me that. We'll make some inquiries at half time.
139.5, was it?
Well, that was the score when the last time they brought the Shield on tour. One Pat Lamb got 3 tries that day.
I think Shane Health mentioned a few times as well.
Yes. John Kerwin got 8. Auckland possession again. Number 8, Chris Lowry, trying to belt his way through. Munro, little change of tactics, looking to recover, but not able to do so. North Otago get it. Now they'll be keen to hang on to it, although I don't think they have. Auckland might have gone over the top, and it's been cleared wide again. Here's Tauiava stepping. Loose head prop. Molo. Ball is there for Hau. Slips it to Art. Now to Munro. Artinger.
Hands off goals.
Art again. Just a minute remaining until half-time. North Otago will be keen to defend this foray, but they're not with tackling like that. But almost got clear. Now Hart feeds it up again to Hau. He's got an advantage here Auckland's way. Hau again, now Tom McCartney, the hooker. Hammering away with Chris Lowry, the number 8 forwards. He scored a try in Gisborne last week. Hart reaching in. McCartney wants to be the first receiver. And slips it wide to Sadie, hitting a good tackle by Tongo. Hard again. Munro, you're joking. You are joking. What is he doing? A drop kick by Lockie Munro.
I think there's setting up a bit of practice for possibly what could happen down the line a little bit.
Well, that's the last thing I thought I'd see from Auckland, but well, I've seen it. So there you go. That's half-time. And Auckland have scored 10 tries, all converted, plus a drop goal by Lockie Munro. And at half-time in Oamaru, 73-3. Half time here at Oamaru, and it's been one-way traffic in that first half. Auckland scored 3 tries inside the first 5 minutes, and they haven't really stopped. Jarek Goebel and Winston Stanley have 3 each. Lockie Munro has kicked all 10 conversions, plus a drop goal towards the end. And looking fairly forlorn, would have to be said, inside the North Otago dressing room. And Auckland, I'd imagine, will be getting some replacement players on fairly quickly. Well, the tries came thick and fast early on, Steve.
They certainly did. They had a huge amount of possession, and just the ability to get over the advantage line and shift the ball into space is what really got them their early tries. A huge turnaround from last week, where at times they really struggled to hang on to the ball, Auckland, and this week it seemed that in the first 20 minutes every single pass stuck.
Yes, they certainly came out firing, Auckland. Some lovely touches from Isaiah Toiava. Just reminding us once again what a class player he is. Not currently in the All Blacks, but as we know, of course, he's played 15 test matches. And while there's not a lot of tackling going on here, these passes have to stick. And they have been. Here's Goebel out on the right wing side. He's had a ball in the first half.
Yeah, just very fast, very strong, and you know, defending very well. But again, Toiava, just his ability to beat someone one-on-one, and it's not just this level, Super 12 level as well. He's just an amazing athlete on his feet, and seems to have just so much time to choose and pick what he wants to do.
That was the try scored by Dean Budd. That was the last of 10 tries scored. Now let's have a look at the statistics, and as you'd expect, the big numbers all down that right-hand column, apart from the tackles.
Yeah, Auckland with huge amounts of breakdown. I mean, 50 to 19. There's just been, it's pretty much one-sided. Auckland only had to make 19 tackles, which is something that you probably would do in 5 minutes of a normal NPC game.
So the halftime entertainment here at the Winston Contracting Stadium in Oamaru, and Auckland leading by 73 points to 3. The Ranfurly Shield is on tour today. North Otago making a challenge. Auckland leading big time, though. It's here now from North Otago's coach, Mike Mullins. He's down sideline with Stu Wilson.
Well, Mike, that was a brutal start that you guys had to encounter.
Yeah, it's not pretty, Stu, and fortunately for us, we just haven't had the pull for this game, so it's pretty tough at the moment.
So what were you and the boys talking about half-time, about how to get hold of the ball in your hands?
Well, it's just basically going to make up our first up tackles first. We're dropping off and they're just offloading, and it's looking like a training run at the moment. But hopefully our captain will stir them up and we can come out and play better in the second half.
And defence is all about attitude, really, sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But like I said, we've been chasing the ball for the first half. When we do get it, we've got no energy to attack. So, yeah, it's a tough one.
Great day for the era, though.
Yeah, it's been great to see a big crowd out here, but let's try to keep the score down at the moment. It's probably the big one going through their heads.
Enjoy the second half, mate.
Cheers, thank you.
Yeah, good on him, Mike Mullins, fronting up. Can't be that easy when your team is 70 points down at half-time, but brutally honest there about what they've got to do in the second half, Steve.
Yeah, they certainly do. Just need to hang on to the ball, get themselves into the game. They're still at half-time, still haven't really done that. But I'm sure, you know, the Kiwi pride and the North Otago pride will kick in, and they'll be up for a big, certainly a big 15-20 minutes of this half, I would think.
Well, Auckland have brought their 5 remaining replacements on at half-time. Of course, we saw Grayson Hart come on in the first spell. So the 5 that were left on the bench are all getting a run in the second spell as well.
Yeah, knowing Pat, I imagine the words at half-time would be to keep their structure, keep the skills up, and just to try the different moves they've sort of been using at training through the last couple of weeks, wanting to get everything covered off before they kick off in New Zealand Cup next weekend.
Steve, that's always the hardest thing to do for a team like that's out by 70 points, 10 tries, is to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, it is. But Stu, I think because the way things were last week, they've certainly had a big emphasis on it this week, and would really want that skill level to stay where it is.
Right, when you're ready. Hold on.
73 points to 3, half-time. Jeremy Tihuia gets the second half going in Oamaru, and it's claimed by Auckland, who've made those 5 changes at the half-time break. And we'll try and bring those to you as we pick up the new players. This is Chris Marnie in the jersey 22. So they might take a wee while to get involved.
I think Lockie Munro's moved into second 5 as well.
So Ash Moki is playing at first 5. So maybe Ben Artinga has left. He's the captain. So if that is the case, then I suppose Nick White.
Yeah, Nick White will be skipping the team, I would think.
So Nick White's gone into hooker. Tom McCartney taking a break.
Touch. Pause. Engage. There we go. That's
North Otago's first few scrums look pretty solid.
19, go back onto your
Auckland,
lock.
though, have got the push on them here. All bounces loose.
Ball was out. It's fine. Just bind onto your lock at all times.
North Otago have made a couple of changes, guys. Michael Penn in 21 jersey is on for Tim Milmine in 15. And Sakona has gone in to the front row and replaced Fraser Fletcher.
Touch.
Certainly a great opportunity for North Otago here, Stu, to get a bit of dominance maybe and have a good set piece.
Yeah, here's a good run off the back of the scrum by Sione Aho. North Otago. McKenzie, way for Tihuia. Lobs the pass, not one of the best passes, and makes it very awkward to drag in midfield for Nathan Cunningham. And Auckland have been able to turn this. Bud gets his pass away. Kick has been fielded by North Otago.
Advantage.
And knocked on.
Scrum blue.
Come on.
Slip over there. Maybe a wing far away. Yeah, just look at
So
that.
there's Nick White. Versatile individual. Nick can play either prop or hooker. Very handy bloke to have.
Yeah, not many of them around the country anymore, is there?
Been around a while, Nick. Still does a good, honest day's work.
He's a great man, Nick White.
Auckland just not looking quite so fluent at the start of the second half. That's understandable, as Ash Moki in 21 takes it up. It's there for Hart again. Now here's a bust by Marnie.
And release.
Chris Marnie in 22. Mulkey. Some big, strong ball runners in this Auckland forward pack. I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of them during this Air New Zealand Cup campaign. Oh, Munro's stepped his way through easily, but he's been chopped down at a good tackle by Asaki Whanua, and the ball is loose, and the referee's got the arm out. It will be advantage North Otago if they can take advantage here.
Hands off White.
But they're looking far more competitive already.
Yeah, they've started this half much better. And probably had almost twice as much ball as they did in the first half already.
If I call, you're going to let go, okay? If I call,
Yeah, well, it would have been a good
chance.
changing room to go into when, you know, you're 73-3 down. What would you say? You'd say, well, look, you know, we have to look at putting some tackles in, first up tackles like they just missed on Lockie Munro, getting hold of the ball. Let's just trying to get involved in the game. And then it becomes, we have a look at the jersey and the emblem that's on the side of the chest and your mates, and you say, well, okay, they've got 7 in us. Let's see if we can score. We got 3 points up on the board. Let's keep our score ticking over.
Touch. Pause. Engage. Hold the way.
Well, they'd love to do what Brett McEwen did back in 1993, and that was score a try against Auckland.
Hands off, Blue.
That was the first try of the game way back then. Good work here by North Otago as they work the ball out from their own 22. Getting some good support too from the locals. McKenzie fires it back. Tahuia kicks. Marnie coming across. He's playing at fullback. This is a very good kick. Nicely judged, and if there is any breeze down there, Stu, North Otago have it in the second half.
Breeze? No, look, they're going to get a very, very nice little frost tonight. It's very still. Of course, as we know, once that sun goes over the Alps onto the west coast, it starts to freeze.
Go back, Blue.
You'll be the first to know.
I'm starting to get cold now.
North Otago on the Auckland 22, looking to rake the ball back. Now Tahuia for Cunningham. Got his pass off nicely. Trying to step his way through was Milmine, the fullback. And they really are starting the second half nicely. And they've got a free kick and they've taken it quickly. And away goes the right winger, Lemi Masoi, who's been prominent throughout. They're only 10 metres away. Now Ross Hay. No, it's not. It's Hamish McKenzie. Osaki Whanua inside the 5-metre mark, and they get another penalty. Well, they've got the 3 points on the board. I think now they'd be very keen to score a try if they could.
Yeah, they've started very well. I think they kick for a line out and have a go. They've started this half particularly well, and a bit of a roll on there for the first time in the match.
So McKenzie kicks it out. They go to this line out, 5 metres away.
Stay there too, Grayson. Make sure you stay there.
Goal line. Right.
This is probably the best opportunity they've had all match to post a 5-pointer.
Fraser Fletcher to throw.
3, 8, 1.
Back. Wasn't one of the great throws, and Auckland have been able to tow this through. Taken by the left winger Chris Talanoa, but North Otago have lost a lot of ground. In fact, they've now conceded it as Mulkey makes a run almost up to halfway. Munro fires it wide for Stanley. Now Marnie. Good defence. Big tackle made by Lemi Masoi, and really has been quite outstanding. He was a late replacement in the game. There were a couple of late